Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do your July 2019 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Aries. And I have a variety of decks which I'm going to be using. I may or may not show the cards. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I don't always show the cards, and I do these readings when I can, when my schedule allows for it. I had a couple of days off, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do a little recording for everyone. So, and I know the Aries video that I did for May was really rough. My lighting wasn't that great, and it was kind of a rough video, so I'm hoping that things are going to look up for you guys. I'm really rooting for you guys for July. So let me see what I get. It's very intense, especially towards the end of July. It's very, very intense. The energy is intense. Aries can typically have a very strong energy. They just do. Whether you're a guy or girl, I feel a strong masculine Aries energy that's watching this video. The thing that concerns me is really like the second portion of July. I'm not too concerned about the beginning, because I feel like there's a lot of positive energy that's available to you. You do have the Eight of Cups as a foundation, and to me that kind of is sort of like emotional upliftment. Any way in the month of July that you can feel uplifted or de-stress or work on, I want to say, your the word comes to mind is like illumination of, or realization or revelation of things, realization, clarity. It's harder to find the word that I'm looking for, but it's just working on clarity, working on illuminating things, seeing things for how they are, not how you want them to be. Of course, the car alarm goes off right when I'm saying that. And yeah, to me, it's about moving on from any kind of stressful situation, and feeling good about where you're at. So because it's a foundation, I like to see that. I feel like that energy is going to kind of color the entire rest of the month, regardless of what happens. So even if you feel very stressed out, I feel like there's this element of calm that is available to you. So it's important for you, Aries, to find your inner chill. To take time out, or time alone, or time away. It's sort of like step away from the chocolate, or step away from any kind of situation that's going to really ruffle your feathers. I don't feel like you're in... I feel like actually someone is... there's a lot of strong water energy. The Eight of Cups is strong water energy. So I feel like actually I'm reading for a water sign, specifically a water sign female that's watching for an Aries energy now, or an Aries person in their life. The thing that is your focus right now is career and making money, and because you have the Eight of Pentacles crossed by the Page of Pentacles in the center, so this is your focus. Some of you may have a child that you're also focused on. Now, they may be older. The page doesn't always have to be younger. The page can be older, college age or older. Maybe you're prepping someone to go to college. Maybe you're in contact with someone. But this is your focus. Your focus is career, the beginning of July, and I think all is well there. It feels like all is well. For some reason, you may not be making the amount of money that you want with your job, and so you may be looking elsewhere. You may be thinking about going back to school. The Page of Pentacles is also school. Those of you who are younger, this is you being focused on school. Some of you may be working and going to school at the same time. So you must be very busy, and there may be a lot of stress with that. Sometimes financial aid doesn't come through, or, things can happen when you're, in school and you're trying to figure things out as far as finances and how to pay for tuition. So I feel like there's something like that. There is something about, okay, so you have the Four of Pentacles crowning you. So that's why I say there's a concern about finances, whether it's regarding school or whether it's regarding your work, or both, for some of you. Maybe it's loans, things like that, things you need to be, pay back. I feel like for some of you, it's some credit card situation. Some of you it's credit cards. Maybe you've, overspent. Aries can spend quite well. So maybe you're worried about your credit cards. There's something about the Ten of Swords, which I like the Ten of Swords in reverse, because to me that is where something happens at the last minute. I also feel like there's something about dangling by a thread. And things coming through at the last second. Maybe you get a job, or maybe something like a bonus, or some element of a raise, or something that comes through, maybe when you're not expecting it, or at the last second, or you kind of get saved. Somebody saves the day here. Now, it may not be you could be saving the day for somebody else, like helping somebody out. Your financial aid, if you're in school, may come through at the last second. There's something about things working out at the last second. Also, the only thing, and there is this weird element of the moon, which it's strange because I looked down at the bottom of my deck and I see the moon card again. And just before I laid out this spread, I saw the moon. It was actually in reverse. I don't really like the moon in reverse. The moon in the upright, to me, it can be lies, it can be confusion, it can be deception, it can be feeling lost, not really knowing what to do. I always tell people they need to change direction or ask for help. You can always, to me, it's about breaking a cycle. The moon in reverse to me is feeling lost for an extended period of time, serious confusion, being unwilling to make a change at all, or unable to make a change at all. So there's this weird moon energy that's happening. I want to say middle of July, but it could be sooner and it could be later, where some of you may feel a little bit lost, like you don't really know what to do next, career-wise or otherwise. Some of you it's relationships, some of you it's feeling like the people in your life, this is what I want to say, the people in your life are not telling you the truth. Excuse me. And or some of you are like smiling through the pain, whatever pain that you're in, or whatever situation's going on, you're like putting on like a brave face, or like however you're coming across to others, like that's not how things really are. Like how things really are is maybe you feel like your job sucks, or you feel like the financial situation sucks. You may go out. It's just, to me, this is like something, as far as relationships, to me, it feels very heavily like there's no cheating card here, but to me, it feels very heavily like it's a thing where you need to be careful about like going out and believing. Aries can get taken advantage of too. Believing what you're being told. And if you're getting married, I would be very careful about who you're marrying, because I don't feel like you know the entire truth. I feel like this is kind of like, I want to say false promises. If you're saying vows to someone, I don't feel like it's real. I feel like there's some element of not being real, not telling the truth, not being authentic. If you're married, there's inauthenticity within your relationship, within your marriage. There's this inauthenticity, which is something that I can't really tell you how to deal with, because I from what I see, I'm reading it from what I see. I'm just saying, mainly because the way I see things is very sharp, is very like almost like cut and dry, like almost like all or nothing. It's hard when you're in a relationship to see things that clearly, to see things that harsh, to not want to face a reality. To me, there's a reality check that's coming here. It's a reality check. Maybe the reality check is that your relationship isn't working, or the reality check is like, you're like, okay, well, we need to try counseling. There's all these strange elements coming up for you, Aries. It's hard for you. It's hard for me to like. Yeah, it's hard for me at this point to cut through the bullshit, because the shit is so deep. That's what I want to say. It really is. The shit is so deep. And you're very much deep in denial. The denial is strong. Very strong element of denial. There are two, I feel like some of you are in what I would call the Libra shadow, which is there are two faces. You have two faces. You are two-faced, or the person's watching it is two-faced. And when I say two-faced, it's like you're on one side of your mouth, you're saying, I want to leave my partner. And the other, you're saying to your friends and your family, everything's amazing. Everything is great. Everything's going really well. You might go out for coffee or to lunch with a friend, and tell them, that you found out your partner cheated on you, but then you go home and you have sex with your partner. So it's just like you're not living authentically. You are living some kind of lie. That's kind of how it feels. And the truth always comes out, and you're in for what I would call a major shift, because you got the Death card, and the Death card shifts energy very strongly. So I feel like some of you are in for a major shift in relationships. You may have like friends with benefits too. Like to me, this shows like something about friends with benefits. Like you or your partner may have like a friend with benefits here. So you may have friends that you talk to or text or sext or whatever, and there's a thing about friends with benefits. And the minute it gets kind of close, you stop talking to them. That's what I think. There's some other strange energy which I want to kind of dig into here. I set it aside, the energy of what's coming in from the outside. I had to pull like a bunch of other cards, because it's like you got the High Priestess coming in from the outside. And the High Priestess is the truth. So it's interesting that I said that the High Priestess is higher knowledge. It's higher wisdom. It's the light. Some of you are like on a different note. Some of you are very earthy, which I like to see for Aries. Aries ladies, you're very earthy. Some of you are into like natural medicine and herbs and things like that. Some of you maybe are into being outside, growing your own food. And if you're not, I feel like you want to be. Like that's kind of how I see it. There's something about roots, there's something about roots here. like roots and sticks. And you may be like me in that sense, like you like to go foraging or you like to be outside. Aries do like to spend time in like the woods. Like it's important for Aries to be outside, to me it's like to tend a garden. Some of you have like a green thumb, so I would say the more you do that, like the better things are going to go. The weird thing is, after we got the High Priestess, you got the King of Swords, which is very strange energy, followed by the Justice card. It's just intense energy. There's something about angels here very strongly. Something about angels, something about this song. There's like a song that Madonna sings, and there's like this one part of it where the guy is taught, there's like a guy that's sort of narrating, and he says, like the angels are up there just sitting in front of the light or something like that. I forget what the words are. I have to look it up. I don't remember. But it's sort of just like, in the best case scenario, things are going to get worked out because of a higher purpose or power. That's where the angels come in. Worst case scenario, this is dealing with a very intense situation or situations that are like high drama and involve a lot of money and or involve the law and or involve the courts. To me, the King of Swords also can indicate someone passing away, or can indicate dealing with legal matters to do with estates and family. That with the Justice card, there's just a strong lawyer feel here. Like some of you work as like a lawyer, or some of you work, like to me this is like a high powered case. Like someone's watching, they're like involved in a very high powered case. I'm getting a tingle on that. To me this is like next level case. There's a lot of karma also here too, involving like the case. So it's not a simple case. It's very challenging. I feel like you got the Magician also. You're working very hard on it. Like some of you are putting like a ridiculous amount of hours into this. Those of you who are not a lawyer, you're probably going to be filing some kind of lawsuit, or a lawsuit is going to be filed against you. For whatever reason, I feel like there's just a law feel here. And I feel like for some of you, things are going to work out better after you file the lawsuit, or after you go through this lawsuit. Because we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is being helped out, lifted up. But again, all this, if you look at this, all of this sort of like help. Some of you have a lot of help around you. Like all these angels. You see all these wings here, all these wings. It's just, this is like a lot of help. Some of you may do like readings where, you read like angel cards or something like that. To me, there's also something about angel cards. For those of you who are like other readers, I have read for other readers before, who are really into that. It's hard for me to say like the outcome, especially if you're a lawyer that's watching. I feel like there is a very strong likelihood that you're going to win. Aries likes to win. They are fighters. So if you're going up against an Aries, I would kind of watch out, because I feel like they're most likely going to win. If you were watching and you're filing some kind of lawsuit, maybe it's a divorce or something, I feel like you're going to be, especially if you're female, I want to say, especially if you're female, I feel like you're going to be in a good spot. There is a strong masculine energy here as well. So something about being triumphant. You did get the Judgment card also in the position of emotions. This is also getting news, hearing back, taking a call. This is also a card about having the butterflies for someone. To me, like having feelings for someone. So someone's watching and maybe watching for an Aries that they like. And you have feelings for that person. Like, it's like the butterflies, it's like that kind of teenage vibe that you get, when you meet somebody new and you're excited about them, maybe someone, I don't know, Aries are kind of excitable. Maybe you have, there's some element of excitement here, emotional excitement. If you are moving, I want to say, if you are moving, to me, this is like a very challenging move. But I feel like things are going to work out later in time. I feel like after you move, because the Page of Swords to me is about being lifted up out of hardship. After you move, things are going to really switch and change. It feels like you're going to be going through some stuff in July. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, it feels like some of you are going to go through some intense conversations, intense situations where you have to really, I want to say, watch what you say, because either it's being recorded or because you're on trial. Like, to me, this is like a trial. It could be like a trial, like I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like a serious trial, a case going on. You may experience some paranoia too. The Ten of Swords showing up can be paranoia of like someone's like, like maybe someone's going to win, or like someone's like out to get you, like in the sense that like, like someone's going to like, take you to the cleaners or something like that, or take advantage of you in some way. I would try to avoid being the victim here. I don't feel like you're going to be a victim unless you go into things with your eyes closed, unless you don't do your research. This is my advice for you, Aries, would be do your homework. Whatever you're going to be going through is going to cost you a lot, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Any losses, it's going to be worth it. I don't see losses. I just feel like it's not going to be pretty. Some of you are moving on from cheating. Some of you are not talking to someone. Sorry, we have a lawnmower going by here. I feel like as soon as you move on to bigger and better things, whether it's a relationship, maybe it's a job that you're moving on to, I feel like things are going to improve for you. The thing is, getting there for you is like really hard. It just feels really hard. Some of you, it's very hard choices. Some of you, there are like kids involved, so having to make choices because of the kids, or having, to me, like it's a custody situation with kids involved. And that's the hard choice. Others, the hard choice is, feeling very frustrated. Maybe you're not happy with the way things are financially, and Whether you're single or you're married, to me, like, there's frustration there. I feel like you're going to be helped out, though. I don't feel like it's going to be forever where you're struggling. If you are struggling, I'm just pointing out that these are some of the elements that are coming up. I'm going to see if there's anything else, but I think that's kind of what I'm really getting for you guys. Confusion has come up 3 times. Whatever is going to give you freedom is going to be best. Try to find harmony through forgiveness and gratitude. Some of you, I feel like you are going to end up in a very loving relationship. If you're asking about a person that you really like, that person is either a very loving person or there's a very strong chance that you could end up with them. This is, to me, a time of kind of chaos, but it's going to lead to better things. So even if it's chaotic or if it's troublesome, better things are coming. You have, again, I feel like you have the sun. The sun is supporting you right now. So getting outside, being outside in the sunshine. You may feel like the world's against you, some of you. And then others, you may feel like you do have what you need. It's just a matter of not really liking the situations or not really liking how things are. I think that's all that I'm getting. I'm going to leave off there. Thank you guys so much for all of your support and supporting me and my channel. I really appreciate it. I will be back again for more videos, so stay tuned. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. If you would like a private reading, definitely hit me up. oracledaphne.com is my website, and I will get you scheduled for a private reading. So I will talk to you guys again soon. I wish you all the best. All right, take care. Bye.